Belize City streets are in terrible shape, as confirmed by a damage assessment report from the Belize City Council. The poor conditions have even sparked a viral parody that's making the rounds.
Muffler me a look away you there, radiator me a look away you there.
Mossy drop off by Plaza.
Muffler me a look away you there, radiator me a look away you there.
Me run over Miss Mary daughter.
Muffler me a look away you there, radiator me a look away you there.
Mossy drop off by Plaza.
Yo, me artist already? Me artist already? Alright. Get me broke down Pan Street.
But all again. On the road again, yay!
There's finally a ray of hope for motorists navigating the streets of the old capital. Over the weekend, repair works began on one of the city's main thoroughfares, St. Thomas Street. It is a welcome sight, according to one Belize City resident who lives nearby. He mentioned that he recently shelled out up to $1,100 in vehicle repairs after hitting a pothole on the street.
This street I've been this for quite some, like this way for me, quite some. Most of the streets are wrong there. But what really get to me, the time that it took to fix it, I had to take my vehicle to the mechanic and it cost me $1,180 for the parts plus to pay the mechanic. It's time that they fix it. But I do hope that they do a good job and not give us a cover Benjamin.
And according to Mayor Bernard Wagner, the cost of the St. Thomas Street repairs is being covered through an innovative three-way agreement between BTL, BWS, and MIDH.
Remember when that project started, I believe it was late last year, I think one entity was going to do it and then it pulled out. And so we were left with a street that was essentially dug up. And so we collaborated, BTL, BWS, and the MIDH and us. And what we did there in this instant was to offset trade license, property taxes over a 3-year period, so that it does not hurt the council in terms of its revenue. So they would inject the funding to rehabilitate the street, and thereafter we would offset what they inject over a 3-year period. So you kill two birds with one stone. You get the street fixed, but you still do not compromise the cash flow of the council in a 1-year term.
And works are already on the way, with one side of the street almost completely resurfaced. But this is separate and apart from the $1.6 million that the council estimates it will need to repair damaged streets across the city.
Most of the damages where we say that the streets that are not paved, the ones that have been paved have generally held up. The ones that are concrete hold up pretty well. Yeah. So that one clear indicator that maybe it's time to go that route fully in terms of concrete in our hot mix.
Your city admin said the money will come. Who or where will the money come from?
At the city level, this is a sort of next to like a disaster or hurricane event. So to house finding the capital to fund those streets will be highly unlikely. So we had to send a request to the Ministry of Infrastructure as well as to the Ministry of Finance to see how they could assist us. And we are not asking for funding, we are asking to assist with the material.
What do you say to residents that don't necessarily care for the financial deliberations and the decisions to be made? They just want their streets fixed.
My thing here is that taxes has to be paid. Property taxes has to be paid. We are owed over 30 million by property owners all across the city. And so you can't be on one side saying you want decent street, you want best street, but you don't pay your taxes. It has to be that I am paying my taxes. We know in some areas, some streets, they have close to 80–90% compliance, but we have a tool that we utilize as well in respect to compliance on street in respect to property taxes. And if you as a city level is owed close to 30 million in property taxes, that's a clear indicator of where we sit.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.